Why is Genghis Khan seen as a hero by some and a tyrant by others? Maybe the answer depends on where you're watching this video from. And by the way, leave a like, because with a 1 in 200 chance, we're actually talking about your ancestor right now. Yes, there's a popular theory that 16 million men on Earth carry Genghis Khan's genes, but there's a catch. In 2003, the American Journal of Human Genetics published a study revealing that a large number of people share an unusual Y chromosome. It seems they all descended from a common ancestor who lived around 1,000 years ago in Mongolia. The most logical candidate, Genghis Khan. But how true is this theory? Let's dig deeper. How many children did Genghis Khan have? According to historical records, he had 7 wives and 507 children, at least those that historians could trace. Only his officially recognized sons received the title of Chinggis, and there were only 4 of them. But how many illegitimate children did he have? No one knows. For example, his eldest son Yochi had 40 children, and his grandson Kublai Khan had 22. If you consider their descendants, their illegitimate children, and so on, the numbers could indeed reach millions. What's more, Genghis Khan's genes have been found not only in Asia, but also among some Europeans. Identical Y chromosomes were discovered in the Tore clan in Kazakhstan and the Lu clan in China. Both claim descent from Jochi. But here's a problem. Even during his lifetime, there were rumors that Yochi wasn't Genghis Khan's biological son, but the child of his wife and another man. If that's true, the whole theory of 16 million descendants falls apart. What do you think? Could Genghis Khan have accepted a child that wasn't his? Let us know in the comments. Let's go back to the beginning. Genghis Khan was born as Temujin sometime between 1155 and 1162. The exact location is unknown, but most historians believe it was near the Onon River in the Baikal region. According to one version, he was named after Temujin Uga, a chieftain whom his father had defeated shortly before his birth. But he wouldn't be the heir of a great leader for long. At around 9 years old, Temujin's father died, presumably poisoned by enemies. His family was left unprotected, and the clan that was supposed to support his widowed mother and children abandoned them instead. This marked the beginning of a struggle for survival. Young Temujin, along with his brothers and mother, wandered the steppe, surviving on roots and fish, while his father's enemies tried to eliminate them. Enemies caught up with him more than once. Once, he hid in a lake, leaving only his nose above water to breathe. Another time, he concealed himself in a cart full of wool. Constantly changing locations and covering his tracks became a way of life. And all this happened when he was just 10 years old. Imagine yourself in his place. Could you have survived? But Temujin didn't just survive. He started looking for allies. He befriended Yamaka, a member of an influential clan, becoming his Unda, blood brother. When he married Borta, he received an expensive sable coat as part of her dowry, and he used it as an investment. He gifted it to the powerful leader Togrul Khan, who, in return, took him under his protection. Soon, warriors, nokers, began gathering around Temujin, ready to follow him. His first major victory wasn't far off. In a battle at the confluence of the Chikoy and Kilok rivers with the Selenga, modern-day Buryatia, he crushed the Merkits. But after his victory, he acted differently from the norms of the time. Instead of simply taking prisoners, he offered them a chance to serve him, to switch sides. By uniting people not just through force, but through diplomacy, he built his army. Genghis Khan, more than just a conqueror. In 1206, at the Kurultai, Temujin was proclaimed the Great Khan of all Mongols, taking the name Genghis Khan. Now, he had his own ulus, state, an army of 30,000 men, and a clear plan. But despite the myths, he wasn't just a mindless conqueror. He first reformed his empire, created laws, the Great Yasa. For the first time in history, betrayal, deceit, and refusal to help others were strictly forbidden. Established the world's first postal system, YAM. Relay stations with horses allowed messages to be delivered across thousands of miles. Introduced a meritocracy. Unlike in Europe, where power was inherited, in the Mongol Empire, even a commoner could rise through the ranks. Promoted religious freedom. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, everyone could worship freely. But there was a darker side. Why is Genghis Khan considered brutal? His conquests were ruthless. Genghis Khan's army destroyed cities and used scorched earth tactics to instill fear. After taking Khwarezm, for example, they wiped cities off the map, making an example of those who resisted. But it's worth noting that similar tactics were used by the Roman Empire. Even Alexander the Great burned cities, yet he's still called great. So, is it fair to label Genghis Khan as purely evil? How did Genghis Khan die? Where is his tomb? In 1227, at the age of 65, Genghis Khan passed away. The exact cause remains unknown. Some say he died in battle. Others claim he fell off his horse. Modern historians believe it was disease, possibly plague or typhus. But the biggest mystery, his tomb. Legend has it that everyone who dug his grave was executed. The land was trampled by thousands of horses, and a river was diverted over the site. To this day, it has never been found.